Well, that was fucking awesome. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're reviewing episodes 5 and 6 of Loki on Disney+. I am going to be discussing spoilers, particularly with that last episode. That is your final warning. Step away now, do whatever you need to do to go away. You need to go away. I wouldn't normally say that, but seriously, if you don't know, leave. Let's get into this, because this was juicy. We'll start with episode 5, and episode 5, there were so many Easter eggs, left, right, centre, top, bottom, background, everywhere. It seemed like every scene seemed to have like 2 to 3 Easter eggs each. I was a little disappointed to see Frog Thor, for those of you who don't know, to just be trapped in a jar. I feel like you could have done something funnier with that, maybe done it in a Thor movie, you know? But nonetheless, I thought it was a cool nod that you did it, and I'm certainly intrigued as to how that situation came to be, that he's trapped in a jar and buried underground with Mjolnir very close by. How would you bury Mjolnir? Because only Thor can pick it up, so would you just have to dig around it and then just fill it in? I guess so. I don't know why my mind went there, but okay. But the Easter eggs were awesome in general, and that was pretty fun on its own. We finally get to see some other variant Lokis, and I thought it was actually really clever that it's just this never-ending cycle of betrayal. That really does fit the character of Loki. And I like that there is something a little bit different about each one of them, whether it be their backstory or their personality. They are the same person, but there's just a tiny little twist on each of them. That's a nice attention to detail. And I'm just going to put it out there, as incredible as Richard E. Grant was as a variant Loki, Alligator Loki's my favourite. 100%. I can't wait for that guy to get his own Marvel movie. Ultimately, the plot of this episode is to devise a plan to get out of this alternate universe where the world seems to be ending. It's quite confusing as to where or how or what exactly is happening there, because it seems to be only Lokis that live there until Mobius arrives and other characters bring themselves there later into the show. But it seems to be just Lokis, and I was a little bit confused as to how that exactly worked. Maybe someone can explain it to me in the comments section. Am I just being stupid? Did I miss something? And the way to get out of this Loki land, if you will, is to defeat a big smoke monster called Eliath.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I'm not a big fan of big smoke monsters. It's just not threatening to me. I did think they handled this one quite well. It did come across quite menacingly for a big cloud. And I did sort of lose interest at this point. It turned a little bit too video gamey for me. Got to take out the big monster to save the day, you know? And then, you know, Sylvie and Loki use an enchantment spell together, and they do it by holding hands. It feels a bit too power of love wins to me. I wasn't crazy about how they executed it. I thought it was ultimately very enjoyable, and I felt they also did a great job on still giving some character development to the likes of Mobius and to Judge Renslayer as well. So episode 5 gets a 9 out of 10. Episode 6, the finale, the big boy. Here we go. Sylvie and Loki step inside of this strange manor in the galaxies or stars. I believe it was Castle Limbo. I don't think it actually really gets confirmed in this episode. And after lots of who is it, it is finally revealed that a variant of Kang the Conqueror is behind it. My tiny mind exploded all over the place. Brains all up the walls and shit. Every Marvel show prior to this, the fan theories have always gone with something huge like that, and it just never has come true. So when I went into this show, I thought, don't listen to the rumours and the theories, because they're not going to do them, and you're going to like the theories, and then you're going to be disappointed when the theories don't happen. Let the show do what the show wanted to do and judge it for that. And even though I said that, it's hard because it's social media and you just find things even if you don't mean to. I still saw the theories that Kang the Conqueror was going to be in this show. Now, any of you who follow cinematic news, Kang the Conqueror was confirmed for the upcoming Ant-Man movie. So again, I didn't believe that Kang would be in this show because I thought, well, why confirm him for Ant-Man if he's actually going to first appear here? That doesn't make sense. Now it makes sense. Because it isn't really Kang. It's a version of Kang. I believe he calls himself the One Who Remains. And it's quite convoluted and complicated, but essentially he alone figured out time travel, and other versions in other multiverses also discovered time travel. Some were nice, some were nasty. The nice ones helped each other, the nasty ones conquered each other. And he now, cutting this long story very short, is essentially just keeping the peace. By being here, keeping it running, creating the TVA and making all these lies, he keeps peace, technically. So he's a good guy doing bad things for the right reason. It really took me a minute to wrap it around my head, what this guy's angle was, and immediately I was blown away. I thought, this guy is essentially the greater good, if you will. He's God. I have to kill so-and-so to help so-and-so. That's how he is. He feeds with one hand, he takes away with the other. And I think a couple of people might see this performance and think, ooh, he's a bit camp, he's a bit unthreatening. I'm not sure about this. Is this really our Kang the Conqueror? My answer to that is I don't think that the actual Kang that we get in Ant-Man will behave like this. I don't think it will be the same performance. I think this is this variant's performance. He's been in this castle on his own for millennium, by the sound of things. He is going to be lonely. He is going to be a little bit mad, a little bit excitable. Then he gets company. I, for one, thought Jonathan Majors kicked absolute arse with this performance. He was excellent, absolutely excellent, and it just whet my appetite to see him do more. I want to see him as Kang now. I really do want to see the thing. I want to see the finished article. I think it's going to be incredible. Fair play to that man. He deserves it. And yeah, what a finale. I thought it was so cleverly handled that they don't just give it all to you there. They tell you, the fans will absolutely know what's happening here, where it's going with multiversal war. But I love that actually the first real reveal that you get of Kang, or at least we assume to be Kang, is of a statue of him. That's quite clever, actually. It gives you a taste, just enough of a taste, and doesn't spoil your appetite. Nicely done, Marvel or Disney. Both of you. Well done. It also made me question, seeing that statue of Kang, the Timekeepers in the past, they also had these very similar statues around them, and it was pointing out that one of them very much did look like the comic version of Kang. I'm now wondering if that is exactly what they were. Are these statues the variants of Kang, the conquerors, the dictators, the warlords across the galaxy? If that is the case, that's a very cool, subtle touch that they did with the show. Really nicely done. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, but Loki, episode 6, gets a 10 out of 10. It totally delivered on every aspect. I loved every minute of this episode. And also a confirmation for a season 2, which none of these Marvel shows have done so far. This is just great. Do you know what I mean? I'm so excited by what this show has done and what it has in store. Thanks for watching this review. Please leave a like by hitting the thumbs up button around here somewhere, just below my finger. Please leave a comment and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any further uploads in the future. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.